maybe this has been something that's afflicted him throughout the year. You see the professional golfers get it with their putting, and maybe Paul Moore's just having a few of those problems at the moment.
Yeah, could well be. I'm sure he will be back. But at the moment, the string of strikes seems to be eluding him.
Again, the same shout from Alex Liew as he wants it to cut in and hit the pocket, and he's been consistent, but unfortunately it's not a shot that's producing regular strikes.
No, hasn't made a double yet. He's pretty clean right throughout the game, strikes and spares, but just can't get that double. And that's the difference between the two bowler scores just at this moment.
Out comes the spangly spare. And a tidy up. So neither man with an open frame as yet, which is always good. We got a solid battling game of 10-pin here at the moment. Moore at the moment has the advantage, 5-2-8 if he strikes out from here. Liew, though, just 10 pins off the pace.
Yeah, it's become very workmanlike, isn't it? They are actually having to do some work here. It's not a gimme game anymore, even though they're in and around the pocket most of the time. They can't dig those corner pins out, so they're really going to have to probably make some slight adjustments here, maybe with the hand release or the speed of the ball, possibly the angle of entry into the pocket.
Oh, it's good stuff. So Paul Moore on his foundation frame at last finds the strike.
Yeah, a good time to get a strike in the 9th frame. Gives him the opportunity possibly to string 3 more in the 10th frame. Which will take him up to 220. That's slightly light in the pocket, but got some mix on it. Hit him thin, made him spin.
First time I've heard you say that this year, Cass.
I've been on holiday.
5-2-8 then, Moore. He's still on for that maximum score. Liew needs to respond. And he's gone wide again, and this time he's got the strike. Well, they are digging those corner pins out, Cass, by hook or by crook.
Yeah, it seems by crook. This is, as you saw, Simon, and everybody can see, it is wider. Gets the reaction in the back end. It's a light hit, but it mixes them round, and he gets the reaction, carries all 10. Again, 9th frame strike, an ideal position. So just 10 pins the difference. Both working on strikes, both going into the 10th frame. Couldn't be much closer.
Paul Moore then has to have strikes here. Vitally important that he puts a decent run off the card.
Well, the thing is, if one of these bowlers can strike and go through 220 and the other not, there could be a difference of 30 or 40 pins. Moore's the first one.
Great work. Well, I'll stand by it, Cass. I still think the man that gets a turkey is going to be the man that probably takes this one out.
You're not sitting on the fence, are you? Paul's working on a double, and he's got a chance to make a turkey, so we know where your money's going, Simon.
You just can't bet against a man that's made 3 finals in a row. And I know that this format is really tough to cope with. I know that it's a lottery for some players. Belmonte, the defending champion, in command last year, gone in the first round. I know all those facts, but Paul Moore has only lost 3 times on this lane. A little bit shaky at the line, but he's got it away.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. He's going to make 60 pins here in the last 2 frames, simply because he struck in 9th and then 2 in 10. And he's going to be 220 plus. It's going to be a good, reasonable score.
Yeah, Roger's got his game face on now.
Well, it's down to the wire, isn't it? That's exactly the right place you need to get strikes. If you've been struggling, if you can come out frames 9 and 10 with 4 strikes, it makes such a big difference.
He wasn't happy with that, but he's got the luck. All sorts of action on the pins there for Paul Moore. And I think this lane knows that he's back in town. 2:28 then in that first game for Paul Moore. And he's rescued a pretty tenuous position.
Alex actually has to do exactly the same thing. He needs to go out with another 3 strikes here just to stay in touch. If he doesn't, as I say, he could be 30 pins adrift from a game that's been pretty neck and neck all the way through.
Liew then finally has a bit of pressure being put on him by Paul Moore. He has to strike off the card to stay in contention. No, he's left a bucket. Our first one this year.
Yeah, it's the 3-4-5 and the 9 pin. That was actually a bad shot. Now I don't know if you can see, he doesn't get any fingers in this ball at all. That goes flat and is not going to hook at all. Just makes the head pin. Consequently, no drive through the pins, leaving 4 standing. Really must spare here. And it's a pressure ball and he's made the spare. Just going to stay in touch. Maximum score of 198. So he's going to be 30 pins adrift. And one game against Paul Moore, 30 pins down. Is no easy task to pull back. We'll be asking a lot. And that's simply down to Moore finishing with those 4 strikes. It was a great finish.
Smooth from Alex Liew, and it is smooth. Well, he's found a delivery that's kept him in contention, but it's not going to be easy for Alex Liew from here on in. 2:28 to Paul Moore, and that is a commanding lead over Alex Liew of Malaysia.
Back to the Metrodome for the partycasino.com World 10-Pin Masters. Paul Moore is out on the lane, still chasing the dream that has eluded him for the last 3 years. 3 times he's been runner-up at the Masters, but each year he returns stronger and more determined to succeed. Well, there's no doubt that Moore was handed one of the tougher first-round draws in this year's competition. He's up against the man from Malaysia, the Asian #1, Alex Liew. But at the halfway stage, the Yorkshireman is more than holding his own. This one could go either way. Liew is in incredible form at the moment, but with both players matching each other frame for frame here, it's so tight, and Moore has just edged into the lead. Time now to rejoin our commentary team at the start of Game 2, Cass Edwards and Simon Golding.
Well, we've had some interesting situations in this match so far. Alex Liew of Malaysia has bowled well, but he's just been a little suspect with his line, was too straight on occasions, and that's cost him strikes, and he knows it. And he's trying to finesse his way back into this match against England's Paul Moore, but the 3-time runner-up at the World 10-Pin Masters has got a 30-pin lead, and Paul Moore, if he can keep responding to shots like that from Alex Liew, should be home and dry in this one, but this is far from over.
A better shot from Alex. He quite enjoyed that one. I think he realised the mistake he made on that first shot in the 10th frame. Just didn't get anything on the ball at all. No fingers in it, as we say in the trade. Didn't get any lift, and consequently no rotation.
Paul Moore, great work from him, 4-bagger to finish off in the first game. And I'm still going to maintain, Cass, that might be the break that wins this match.
There's a very good chance, yes. I've sort of stressed how important it was, that 9th and 10th frame for Paul Moore. And you could well be right. He's on a bit of a roll now, so that's 5 strikes in a row. He's gaining in confidence. And that line is really working for him now. He's carrying those corner pins consistently. And that really has been the difference in this game between the 2 players.
Alex Liew. Very cautious approach from this man. It's not aggressive at all, and he doesn't get a tremendous amount of power in. Well, he's totally missed.